Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video we are playing around with W7 makeup, and if you've grown up in the UK you're pretty familiar with that brand because in college, high school, whatever, you probably used something, a lip gloss, a nail polish, whatever it was, you probably used it, because I feel like that is our gateway into makeup. You know, before you get into the high-end brands, everybody's kind of used W7. I'd seen it out and about and I thought, I've not tried this brand in almost a decade. Let me get a full face, let me try it out, what's good, what's not, because it's cheap. It's so cheap. Nothing cost me over £5. That's how cheap. So the whole face probably cost me around £30–40. Spoiler alert, it is amazing. It is actually so good. So yeah, instead of me going on, let's get into the video. Right, so to prime, I've got this Watermelon Wave Moisturiser. It's got hyaluronic acid, watermelon extract, and vitamin E, so it sounds really nice. I love dewy moisturizers. I feel like I have oily skin, so I love anything with like kind of like a gel-like finish. That's what I'm assuming this is. I'm gonna do 2 pumps. Okay, it kind of comes off like a light moisturizer situation. I'm getting very light watermelon scent. Okay, that actually feels amazing on the skin. Like to the point where it's like it's absorbed into my skin so quickly that I want to put more on. That feels really nice and cooling, and the more I rubbed it in, I could get more of that watermelon scent. I know it's not your typical primer. I didn't pick up like a primer because I frankly have too many primers in my makeup collection, and I don't really use that much primer enough to finish them, so I didn't want to add another one. But what I do use to prime my makeup on an everyday kind of basis is a moisturizer. So I picked up this guy, and to be honest, I actually really like the way it left my skin. It's like left it moisturized and dewy, so this is a really nice option. Honestly, for makeup, skin prep is the most important step. The most. You have a good base, your makeup's gonna be flawless. You have a bad base, you're gonna have all the problems in the world. So I do feel like this is the step you should take the most time with. So to carry on like skin prep, I've got this W7 Sweet Dreams Lip Mask. So this is strawberry flavored. It has vitamin E, aloe vera, and grapeseed oil. It comes with like a little stopper. It smells so good. Oh my god, it smells so good. If you love strawberry, you're gonna love this. And this is what the product looks like itself. So I'm gonna take a little bit out. Oh, it's very soft. Like I've just literally dug a little bit out of my finger. Just pop that onto the lips. That smells so nice, feels so nice. It feels really rich on the lips. I feel like this is a really nice hydrating lip product. I am a sucker for a nice smelling lip mask. That's like my favorite step in skincare. And to be fair, for like makeup prep as well, I feel like if you have nice hydrated lips, then your lip makeup looks so nice. You don't have crusty lips, none of that. This is actually really nice. Both of these products were, I think, around $2.99, $3.99. I'm going to put the prices and everything in the description bar, but very, very cheap. Pretty much every single product was under £5, so everything is cheap. So we are going into foundation. So for foundation, I have the HD Definition. This is the camera ready foundation, and it's in the shade Sand Beige. Now, looking at the bottle, you'd think this is a yellow based foundation, but I found out the hard way after I bought it that it's a pretty peachy tone. Definitely not the right color for me, so for this video I'm gonna add in some elf yellow drops. If you have an olive skin tone or yellow based one, you get the wrong foundation shade. These elf drops honestly will save your life. So I've got 2 pumps on the back of my hand, and it is very peachy, borderline pink, and it's like a thick consistency. I feel like it's going to be full coverage, so I've added in like a little dot of yellow. It's still quite like a peachy toned color. I don't think it's the right color for me, but we're just gonna see what happens. We're gonna try it for the formula, not the shade. I'm coating my brush in this. Initial thoughts, like damn, that is full coverage. It's quite a nice like satin finish. That is very peachy. Not the best match for me, but this is a really full coverage satin finish foundation. I actually really like the finish of it. My skin still kind of looks like skin. It's not cakey, it's a little bit dewy. It's got luminosity. I actually quite like this foundation. I can understand why it's like a camera foundation, because I feel like this would photograph really nicely. I think it was around $3.99. I'm like shocked at how nice it is. The shade is not for me, but the finish, it's actually beautiful. Again, because I didn't use like a pore filling primer or anything, my pores actually do look quite large, but I'm hoping when we powder down, we might be salvaged. So for concealer, I have this concealer right here. It is the Oh So Sensitive concealer, and I've got it in the shade Light Warm. This actually, when I swatched it in the store, looked like a full coverage concealer, so I'm actually excited for this. Ooh, it's quite creamy. Definitely lighter, but I don't mind as long as it has coverage. This might be really good for like color correcting in a way, that foundation, because it's going to lighten up the whole foundation situation, because I feel like the foundation was just a little bit darker than my skin tone. Got like a tiny bit of Oompa Loompa vibes going on. Oh my god, that's stinging my eye. That is stinging my eye. Sometimes like cheap products really react. Oh god. Okay, I gotta blend this out because it hurts. Ouch. I have thought. That is a very full coverage concealer. I'm actually shocked at how full coverage it is, because it really, I thought it was going to sheer out into nothing. I love the way it's sitting on the skin. It's dewy. I'd say it's got really nice pigmentation, blends out really nicely. However, for a concealer that claims to be for sensitive, like it's literally called Oh So Sensitive, when I put the product on, it was stinging my eyes so badly. It stung. But as soon as I blended it out, which I find with most concealers or any products that sting me when I put it on, once I blend it out, it stops stinging. So I'm like, what's that about? But I do know like cheaper ingredients do react on my skin, so that is something to note. If you have sensitive skin, this is probably still gonna make you react, because for someone with skin that's not sensitive at all, it stung. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to cream contour. So I've got the W7 Lift and Sculpt Face Shaping Contour Palette. This is what the contour shades are like. They're quite like, that one's quite warm, this one's a bit cooler, this one's a bit coolish as well. We've got some highlighting shades up here, so we have options. I feel like I might use a little bit of the highlighting, even though my face is kind of highlighted enough already with that concealer. I'm going to try everything, you know? We're here to try things. So I think I'm going to go into this shade contour first, and then I'm going to use a little bit of that to warm it up. Try it on the forehead first. Okay, pigmented. Very pigmented. The formulations, however, of everything are really nice. Like this is blending out really easily. This whole contour palette cost me like, I think it was like £4.50. I got it in B&M bargains. So the stockists of W7 are TK Maxx, Home Bargains, I think, like B&M. You find it usually in like discount stores. Like the brand has been around for a while, like a long time, and I feel like when you first get into makeup, W7 is a great brand to kind of just experiment with. And they do a lot of dupes for things. Like for me, this is definitely a dupe of like the Anastasia cream contour kit, or maybe like the sleek one. This is like an even cheaper option, but it really works as well. Because honestly, I'm blending everything out, no patchiness, just pigment and blending out really nicely. In terms of contouring, I feel like that was really easy, really nice. I'm now gonna take this little middle warm shade, little tiniest bit of bronzing, so I'm just going to add that into where I've contoured, just to add a little bit of warmth into the face. I'm actually surprised at how nice this is. This is a very nice contouring palette. Like I only cream contour when it's like a special occasion, because I usually don't have the time, but this literally makes it flawless. And just like super easy. I love that. My base is looking really good, I'm not gonna lie. That leaves a little bit of dewiness in your skin. It just looks fabulous. Using the same palette, I'm gonna go use a little bit of these two shades, and I'm gonna just add a little bit to highlight my under eyes. And it's like a bit more thicker than that concealer. It's like more of a cream, whereas that concealer was definitely like very thin. That is actually really nice to highlight with. I think it's sat on top of all of those other cream products really nicely. I actually really enjoyed using this. I feel like this is my favorite product so far. This has been really good. If you like cream contouring and you're looking for something a little bit cheaper, this is a great option. Really good. Kind of foolproof because everything's blended seamlessly. Right, time to set everything. So I have got the W7 Banana Dreams banana powder. I don't usually opt for banana powders because I find them a little bit too yellow, but we're just gonna go in. So I've got some in the lid and we're just gonna press that into the skin. Right, I had reservations, but that is amazing. That has set my under eyes so flawlessly and it's not overly yellow. Some banana powders are straight up banana yellow and it's not flattering for anybody. I love it. I'm in love with this powder. Oh my god. Right, I actually thought this was going to be an epic fail. I am in awe at how this is sitting on the skin. It's flawless. It's made me matte in like this most beautiful, smooth, luminous way. It's added a little bit of warmth, so a touch of yellow, but it's made my pores kind of disappear. It's just set that makeup so beautifully. I am a huge fan of that powder. Like, I didn't think I was gonna like it because the color kind of put me off, but incredible. This is an amazing cheap powder option. Honestly, I've tried a lot of powders and I know a good one when I try it. I'm actually surprised we're finding so many good products. I was a little bit skeptical on the brand after using the foundation and concealer, just because the foundation shade was just a bit off and the concealer stung me a little bit, but all in all, so far, everything looks bloody great. So next thing, this is a dupe, definitely a dupe. This is the W7 Honolulu bronzer. This is definitely a dupe for Benefit Hoola bronzer. Like, even the packaging. You open it up, then you have one of these little brushes. You have the actual product inside. So it's really quite cute. There's like a flower pattern in there and the color is just, I think it's going to be like pretty much a spot on dupe of Hoola bronzer. I actually have the Hoola bronzer, so I'm going to do a dupes video pretty soon on my channel, and I'm going to definitely try the two next to each other and see what they're like, because this is a dupe of Hoola. This was literally like $4.99, so a $5. This is a fifth of the price, so yeah. I'm going to use this brush and see what it's like. It is quite dusty. I've got a lot of kickback in this pan. Ooh, it's a lot cooler than I thought it was going to be. I don't know if I like this brush to blend it out with though. Very pigmented, very pigmented, but I'm not sure about this brush, so I'm going to try a different one. Right, it's got a lot of kickback, like a lot. I'm going to use a tiny bit. Oh, okay. Might have to dust it off even more. It's very pigmented, like damn. This contour color is actually very harsh, but it's nice as a nose contour. And yeah, I'm definitely not a fan of the brush it came with because I feel like it left this contour looking a little bit patchy. I feel like I've got a tiny bit of patchiness there, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but overall it's quite nice. It's very pigmented, it's very cool toned. It is dusty, that's something you have to know, but it's all right, it's not bad. I think it is a nice dupe of the Hoola because this is very cool toned. I think it's a very similar color. And when it comes to makeup, this is one of my favorite things. We got blush. So this is the W7 Rebel blush and it's in the shade All Night. When I open it up, you're gonna know exactly what it's a dupe for. To be fair, packaging wise, definitely already a dupe, but this is the color. Tell me this is not a dupe for NARS Orgasm. This is a dupe. I think I have that blush somewhere as well, so probably use that in a dupes video too. I've got so many dupes of high-end things. Like, I'm really itching to do a dupes video. Ooh, that's quite nice. It's like quite subtle in a way. Yeah, I can see a little bit of golden sheen, just a tiny bit, and it's like it left me flushed and pink. I like it. It's nice. That's really nice. It's left a little bit of luminosity because there's definitely glitters in here, and it's left me flushed, and yeah, I like that. I actually really like that. Right here, so we're gonna highlight. So I've got the Glowcomotion Highlighter. It says shimmer, highlighter, eyeshadow, so you can basically use it for whatever. This is what it looks like. It's like a really nice, like, light gold champagne-y shade. I'm excited. I'm just gonna go straight in. Ooh, okay. Initially, no kickback, like literally zero kickback. I'm impressed. That is blinding, and such a thin formula. Like, that sits on the skin so smoothly. This is a really finely milled formula. This feels like high end. This is like a high end highlighter for sure. Ooh, this is really nice. Like, look at that. This looks expensive. Okay, I am highlighted and I absolutely love this highlighter. It is beautiful. Like, honestly, it looks like I'm glazed, but in a really non-obvious way. Like, when I look straight on, can't see anything. When I turn, I am like highlighted. That is gorgeous. That is so pretty. This was literally like £3.50 and it performs like a high-end highlighter. I'm literally blown away by this product. Really good. So now we're gonna set everything. This is the Dewy Fixer. I do not think this is gonna be a fine mister by any means. That smells like coconut and chemicals. I mean, it smells nice, but also has like a chemical aftertaste. My face is literally drenched. We're gonna wait a minute for this to dry down. Alright, in the meantime, whilst my face dries down, I'm gonna use this Stroke of Genius eyebrow pencil. The nib is actually, it's quite thin. This is in the shade Brunette, so I didn't have anything super dark. Again, I don't know what it is about brands not doing dark eyebrow pencils. This is definitely Brunette. Like, I can see brown, like a lot of brown tones in here. Not the biggest fan, but whatever. It's not the most pigmented pencil. Okay, that's one brow done. Is it my favorite brow? Absolutely not. It's like another eyebrow pencil that's not dark enough, and I have blonde hair and dark roots, so I like dark eyebrows. Some of these brands really don't cater for darker hair, and I don't understand it. It's an okay eyebrow pencil. It was very cheap. It was like £2 or something. It's a good option for someone with brown brows. It's not too pigmented. I've had to use so much product just to build up this level of intensity, so for that reason I don't really rate it that much. If it was black, maybe I'd enjoy it more, but initial thoughts is it's not my cup of tea. So my skin has got some life back in there. I am looking very, very dewy. I feel like I might powder down a tiny bit because I think I look a little bit too dewy for someone with oily skin. If I go out like this, I will literally come back with a wet face because my oils will just seep out. So yeah, as much as I like the finish, this is my ideal finish. I do have to mattify down a little bit just because I'll be shiny when I get home, and not in a good way. Right, so for eyes, I'm really excited for this because this eyeshadow palette I used on New Year's Eve 2020. That was like a really great New Year's Eve. I was on Sky News, and like my 15 minutes of fame, it was probably like 30 seconds of fame. No, that New Year's Eve was the best. Every single one since has been a little bit shit because of lockdown and COVID and everything, but that was a really good time in life. And me, my sister and my friend, we all went out for New Year's Eve and we all used this palette. So this actually has a little bit like sentimental value, like good times. This palette reminds me of good times. So this is the 24K Gold Rush palette. This is what the color story looks like. And this is definitely a dupe for the Natasha Denona Gold palette. I think I've used this palette before in one of my videos. I think it was like doing the dupes of the Natasha Denona palette. I used this one and then an Alter Ego palette, like a USA brand, literally dupe formula wise as well of Natasha Denona. But this as well is like a really close dupe. So I'm gonna just create something pretty with this. These are my tones. Blues and golds, like I love it. Live for it. So yeah, let's go in and create something pretty. So the first shade I'm gonna go into is this shade called Mega. It's like a really nice brown transition shade. It's literally my skin tone, so it's perfect. Like, that is legit. It's legit my skin tone. Ooh, to be fair, if I use this shade on a normal day with a little wing situation and lots of mascara, it'd look banging. It looks so pretty. Then using the same brush, I'm gonna use this dark blue shade called Filthy Rich. It actually comes off a lot darker than what it looks like in the pan. The pan, it looks quite like turquoisey, but then once you start blending it, it's really quite dark. Just blending it out very slowly. I feel like with colors like this, you just have to work slowly. Actually, I love the way that's looking, so I'm just gonna leave it like that for now. Okay, I think we're gonna do like a blue and gold moment. So we're gonna take this gold right here called Loaded, very rich gold, and we're just gonna layer that like so. Oh my god, it's gorgeous, like so glittery. Blending that into that blue in it, but I'm gonna reintroduce that blue again. Are you like seeing that? That looks so royal. I love it. I'm literally in love. I'm gonna take Filthy Rich, that blue shade again, under the eye. I'm just gonna start connecting everything. I don't know what it is about this color combination, but it just feels so royal. So we're just gonna start taking it up and like just sharpening that edge, because that's where I want all the shadow to kind of connect, and we're going to start blending it back inwards this way. And that is what we've got. Oh my god, I love it. I love it. It's so fierce. Like, damn, this is what I envision like Egyptian queen makeup to be like. I love it. I actually freaking love it. The thing is, to get the best kind of blend, you have to go back and forth between the colors over and over until it looks all like seamless and blended. It is a lot of work, to be fair, but it's worth it in the end. It looks incredible. It literally looks incredible. Right, so for under the brow bone, I think I'm gonna take this shade right here, the white one. It's called Goldie, and it's a topper shade. It just has like gold reflex in it. Like, as you can see, it's like straight up glitter. Gold glitters in there. Definitely a topper. But we're just using a tiny bit of that. Ooh, that is gorgeous. And then I'm going to shove a little bit in the inner corner. That is stunning. I love it. I actually also have this W7. It's called Starry Eyes, and it's a metallic jelly eyeshadow. It's in this gorgeous like champagne shade, and I'm not even joking. The formula of these, amazing. And they're like glittery and metallic and just beautiful. So I might add the tiniest amount in the inner corner. Look at how reflective that is. Oh my god, I love it. Well, I might like take a little bit in the inner corner like this, just to add like a white silver touch here, and for it to go into gold and then into the blue. Ooh, that looks gorgeous. I'm obsessed. I am obsessed. I'm obsessed. I'm in love. I'm obsessed. I love it. Amazed. Honestly, the eyeshadow formulation, chef's kiss, no fallout. It's high pigment. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Right, so before I carry on and do liner, I'm gonna have to do liner after I do lashes, because it's like one of those glue eyeliners, you know, for false lashes to stick onto. So I'm doing mascara, and for mascara I have the W7 Lashtastic Mascara, the brush. Okay, it gives length and separation. I don't think I'm the biggest fan. It feels like because they're so lengthened and separated straight away, if I added more, it'd go clumpy. I'm not the biggest fan. I know I'm so picky with my mascaras now. Like I've tried so many formulations. I know a good one when I try one. But if you have short lashes, I think this would be very nice. A really good option because it really does give you that length. So as you can see, like I don't feel like I can build on this a lot. Okay, so that is the lash situation. Not the best. I actually had more high hopes of this. So yeah, no, I'm actually a little bit disappointed with this. But whatever, we got lashes, we can move on. And when I tell you, I'm living for this eye look, I'm living. So whilst these lashes dry, I'm gonna do lips. I've actually got two lip liners. I've got the two of the lip twister liners. I've got one in rust and one in champagne. I think I'm going to use rust more because it's more cool tone, but I'll swatch them both. Both are really nice colours. So we've got rust, which is the more cool tone one, and then champagne, which is a bit more warm. Okay, I actually love that colour. It's beautiful. The lip liner is very creamy, pigmented, but it does smell a little bit like a crayon. So I mean, the smell is a little bit off-putting, but overall I actually like the formula. And this was like £2, so I can't complain really. I have all of these lip options, as you can see. So I've got a lot of the W7, I think it's the Nudes Lipstick, so they're like this. I have a lot of shades. I'm going to swatch them and then pick one. And then I also have their Butter Kiss lipstick, and it's in a really nice red shade, but I feel like red with this eye is overkill. But I actually really like the formula of this. Very nice, very creamy, very buttery. Clues in the name. But I think we're going to go with a nude. So I'm going to swatch them. I have in the buff. Some of them are like really quite light. So I have like little swatches of the shades there. The top one is so nude, it literally looks like my skin tone. This one's quite light. This one is called Latte, and this is the one I'm going to use. This one's Silk. Oh, that's actually really nice. It's such a nice formula. It smells really nice as well. I can't really put my finger on it. Like a fragrance, but not offensive. It's like, what is this? Like sweets, like old lady sweets. That's what it kind of smells like. It's very nice. It's warm. It's a warm tone. It's hydrating. It's a satin lipstick. Beautiful. I actually really like the formulations of these. I got them for like £1 or maybe even cheaper. I think they were like 50p or something in Home Bargains once. So keep a lookout for these because these are really good option. They're really nice nudes. Right, so we've got the W7 Flick and Grip Eyeliner. This apparently is a 2-in-1 eyeliner and an adhesive. So I've never tried one of these liners. I'm freaking excited. So I'm assuming that you just put this on and then you put a pair of lashes on. So I've got some 3D for Mink lashes. This is in the shade Feeling Myself. And yeah, we're just going to pop these on as well. Right guys, so I'm going to put on this liner now. I'm very, very curious. So this is what the tip looks like. It actually looks quite nice. You know what? Should I tell you what's wild? This performs really well, but it's starting to feel a little bit tacky. So I think maybe this is gonna work. Right, so I've got my lash right here and I'm gonna try and pop that on. Let's see how this works. Stop. That was the easiest application of lashes of my life. Oh my god, it's never been. I just stuck it on and it's on and it looks good. There's no mess. And I'm like, what? Are you kidding? Like, genuinely, are you kidding? It's been that easy all along. Like, why has no one told me this? Why has nobody told me that my life could be so much easier? Honestly, that is like product of the year for me. I'm like really excited, but I hate putting on lashes. I absolutely hate it. I'm excited to put this side on. Like, I've never felt this before. But this is wild. I'm not even lying when I say I found a holy grail product. I actually love it. This is my favorite product out of everything, and everything was actually really quite good. So this is exceptional. I'm going to be using this all the time. Alright guys, and this is my finished look by W7 Makeup. I am obsessed. This face of makeup is probably one of my favorite looks I've done in a long time. It's glam, it's sophisticated, the base is really nice, the eyes literally are just my favorite look I've done in a long time. It's like cat eye, royal, just delicious. And then the lashes and liner situation was like, it was the easiest thing in the world. And the lips, I like the lips. I like it all. So final thoughts. I actually love this makeup. I loved so much of it. You know what, when I got it, I was really skeptical. I've only tried a few things from W7 and they've been good. Like I tried the lipstick, nail polish, I've used the eyeshadow before, all good stuff, but some of those stuff is like foolproof. When you go into base products like foundations, concealers, contours, powders, like bronzers, blushes, then it can kind of get a little bit tricky. But when I say every single thing worked, every single thing worked. The things I didn't like, I'll start off with those because there's not that many. Eyebrow pencil, it needed to be darker, needed to be more pigmented. There has to be an option for darker brows. Like, how do brands get away with not doing darker brow products? Like, you could be making more bank. You know, a lot of people like a dark brow, a lot of people. So I don't know why they make that decision and don't do a dark eyebrow pencil. No, I don't understand it. I can't fathom it. This is an opportunity for you to make money and you're like, no. So like, yeah, no. From a business point of view, I don't get it. And from a consumer point of view as well, I think it's ridiculous in this day and age. But here we are. The contour was a little bit like too crumbly, so you pick up too much product and it's very pigmented, so to control it is a bit hard. But I mean, look at this contour, it's pretty sharp. Like, I have cheekbones right now. The foundation is lovely, but it's not catered towards an oily skin tone because my oils were seeping through. That might have been the Dewy setting spray as well. I mean, the combination. I'm oily skin tone and I use Dewy spray, but the thing is, I can get away with it sometimes. This is quite an oily combination, so I needed to mattify it down twice. That being said, the powder is incredible. Love the powder. Like, it's not too yellow. It's beautiful. It sets the skin so beautifully. Like, look at my skin. I love it. The primer, it was the moisturiser, and the lip stuff, loved it. Really nice options. I can see myself picking those up every day. Concealer was a tiny bit iffy on because it stung, but then when it blended out, it was actually a really nice concealer. Eyeshadow palette, I freaking love this eyeshadow palette. It's great. If you love blues and gold, run and get it. And if you want to try Natasha Denona, one of her palettes, like gold one, for the colour story, this is a really good dupe. Like, actually a fantastic dupe. Some of the finishes are pretty damn similar. One of my favourite things was the eyeliner because it made those lashes go on so easy. Plus the lashes, I like these lashes, they're dramatic. And I can say it, I'm feeling myself. I actually walked into this video thinking I'm going to find a lot of duds, but I actually found what I'd say are some staple products now. Incredible, everything's less than £5, and look at this face of makeup, it's great. It's actually beautiful. I love the way it's wearing on my skin, the colors, the finishes, just yes. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.